to share a very nice recipe for babies. It's a millet porridge. So the ingredients are cloves, ground cloves, cinnamon stick, nutmeg powder, and anise stars, vanilla, organic coconut milk, and of course the millet, pearled millet. Millet is a starchy, protein-rich grain. It provides us plenty of phosphorus and magnesium and packs more calcium than any other cereal, which is very good for babies. Millet provides more essential amino acids than most of the cereals. And it has also some properties to prevent a colon cancer, and it's rich in soluble and insoluble fiber, and it's very suitable for type 2 diabetics. It has the glucose control property. And millet is a gluten-free grain that's rich in antioxidants, soluble fiber, as I mentioned before, protein. In particular, it may lower cholesterol and blood sugar levels. So it's perfect. See, it's like little pearls. So let's get started. I boiled the water in advance, and I'm going to add now 2 cups of hot boiled water. Now I'll be adding the anise stars, cinnamon, nutmeg and ground cloves, and I'm going to let it boil for like 15 to 20 minutes. More like simmer. Once it comes to a boil, I will lower the heat and let it simmer so the water can take the color of the cinnamon and all the spices I added and give it a nice spiced flavor. As you can see, the color has changed. Now I'll be adding half cup of millet. Don't be intimidated by this grain because it's so unfamiliar to you. It's really healthy and good for your baby and for all the children. And you can always substitute coconut milk with evaporated milk, almond milk, whichever milk you prefer. I set the stove on medium-low heat and I will let it cook for 15 minutes. This is what it looks like after the 15 minutes are up. The water almost all evaporated and the grains are more chunky and they pretty much softer but still chewy. So now we'll be adding coconut oil instead of the butter. Coconut oil has such a beautiful aroma. I love it. It smells so delicious. So I will mix it all in nicely. And now it's the time to add the coconut milk. I know at first it will seem like it's too much milk and too little cereal. That's just right. Once it will cook, it will reduce its volume and it will get thicker. So don't be too alarmed that it's too runny. It won't be. And let that cook for 25 minutes. And you can like check on it to make sure it doesn't burn off and on. You see it's thickening Now the time is up, and you see how thick it got. I told you that it will thicken. The grains are even more chunkier and it's really thick now. What I'm going to do, I will remove the spices, the anise stars and cinnamon stick, and I will put it in a blender. The porridge is all blended and I'm adding it back to the pot just temporarily until it cools. Then I will transfer it to a container where I can store it in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. So this is how the finished product looks. The texture is perfect. So I'm telling you, try it. Your babies will love it. So this is what it looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now I will demonstrate how my baby girl eats the porridge.
Hey.
She was hungry and she was waiting patiently. I wanted to share this with you just to show you that she really eats it, not just posting a recipe out there and then it maybe it's disgusting and the child won't even eat it. So I will show to you that she does eat it and it's really good and healthy. There's no sugar added, no salt. It has plenty of fiber in it, very heart healthy, and it's really amazing for thriving babies. Just try it, you won't regret it. I always like to try new things, different things, so she has a taste of different things, but not only giving her the old oatmeal and nothing else. I want to play around with different grains and textures so she gets familiar, because these days kids are so picky and I want to introduce everything possible to build that colorful diet for her since she's still so little, because I have 4 kids and 2 of my kids are so picky, it's frustrating. So I'm trying to play with her and give her all the nutrients I can, and I'm glad that she eats it. My second oldest daughter is the same way. She eats everything. She loves veggies and everything. But my other 2, oh my goodness, it's like playing Russian roulette. One day you win, one day you lose. It's not always you can satisfy them and please them. So you always can try new things.
Yum,
So
yum,
don't
yum.
be intimidated by a grain that you never heard about before. It's always good to try new things. There are many other recipes that I play around with, like the veggie mixes with some exotic fruit and meat, and she
Yummy.
really loves that too. It's always good to play around with different textures and flavors so they get familiar with it. I will also post a video that I did make before I even introduced salads to her, which is very important. It's going to be about the beef broth, which you have to give to the baby before giving them anything. It's really good for their gut health, and it helps them not to have too many food allergies, which is very important. I will post the video in the next few days with the recipe, how I prepared it. It takes time, but it's worth it. And then you always can use the rest like to make the baby food with it because it's beef broth. You can boil your veggies in it, make a little soup and then blend it. It's really good.
Yummy.
And whenever baby doesn't feel too well, it's a good thing to give them to keep them hydrated besides the milk that they already getting.
This is apple berry.
Yeah, sometimes these songs just get stuck in your head. Coco Melon and everything else. That's like majority what she always likes to watch. I'm really happy how is it going. She's really eating it all up, which makes me really happy. It's always so heartwarming to see when you give your all just to prepare something for them and then they just eat it. That's just the best thing they could do. Awesome gratitude for what you did for them. I love to see that. You see, she almost finished. What happened? Hold on. You full, sweetie? You did a good job. Yay! Gigi, good job. Give me five. Give me five. Give me five. No. No. You're gonna give me five? Good girl. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.